Hey guys, so some of you have been asking about the re-rolling feature, and I explained how that feature works, but you've been asking what are the best perks to have on a weapon. Now, this is an important question because there are countless numbers of different perks, and I don't know if how many different kinds there are, but there are a lot. We have the different weapon damage. You have critical chance, weapon damage, fire damage, ice damage, void damage. Way too many to count. But I think that the most important ones are, if I go to my hero, and you can go to your offensive stats, and basically you can see your damage bonuses. I have no boss damage, or frost, fire, or void. I have no extra damage bonuses. Now, what these bonuses mean are, this is extra damage that your weapon and your skills deal to bosses, and it's the same thing all the way down. So frost damage would be extra frost damage for your sword and skills, and it's the same with fire and void. And that's one way you can kind of see which perks you want, and you want to have that go along with the skills that you use. So for me, the type of damage that I want to be added on is definitely fire damage, because I have fire damage skills. But for like your chest armor, it is probably best to have extra health or skill damage, something primary. So your weapon damage, skill damage, or health, that's probably the best you can have. And then as another perk, you can have, like I have here, frost damage taken off, or fire or void damage, anything like that, just to kind of add. So having damage taken off means that it basically gives you more health. It's like a health perk. It just doesn't show up on your stats. So it's important to notice that even though that you don't get extra health on certain stats, it is actually doing something against people or enemies with different types of damage against you. So for your boots, it's the same thing as your chest armor. You want to have another primary. It all depends on what your rarity is, whether it's common, rare, epic, or legendary. But if you have at least two perks, you want one of them to be a primary perk, which would be, once again, weapon damage, skill damage, or health. And so here I have health, and run speed is also important for trying to get away. If you have a little bit of health, it'll help you run faster. So it's not too important, but I like having it because it helps my knight run faster. So yeah, that's basically it. I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's not it's not too big of a deal which perks you have on your items. Just be sure that they're not anything useless like a coin bonus, because while it does give you extra coins, it's not really worth it. So actually, I'm going to re-roll this one because it's only plus 14% coins and plus 7% critical chance, which is both basically nothing. So I'm just going to re-roll it and try to get something better. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. So plus 29% damage to bosses. That's another example of kind of a passive perk. So it doesn't actually add on to my weapon damage, my visually, on the stats that you can see on your knight page, but it does actually really help in battles against bosses. And for max mana, I get plus 24%, so that'll add on to the amount of mana I can gain in a battle, and so I can give spawn more skills in battle to help against bosses and enemies. It's just overall really helpful. I hope this video helped you guys out and helped you figure out what perks you guys want on your weapons. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be back here again for another video soon. Stay tuned. Goodbye. You might want to cut off the stage.